Do you ever wake up and just go, God, my job is to go to a great show every day?
No.
All right, and Anthony is, of course, the Compound Media, Anthony and Artie, every day, 4 to 6, a great show. I'm doing it next week. I tried to do it this week, but I was told by the booker that there was only one day they were flexible.
I don't know what's going on. I've had
she
people
means well.
get so crazy with the dates and everything, and I don't pay attention to that part of it. That's how I'm able to do this whole thing.
I told her I'm just going to
delegating responsibility.
I said I'll just text Anthony.
That's all you got to do.
And then coming up next, we got Stuttering John coming in. You guys are buddies, right?
Oh, that's fantastic. We're great friends. What a dick.
I caught the tail end of that. I went back and there is nothing better than going back and watching a Twitter fight that's already happened because you have everything in front of you.
It's like you could binge it.
I went back. I read the tweets.
It was like a Netflix.
I tried to find his podcast. I watched your guys' videos.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I need a refresher on all of this.
He just loses his mind. He's so sensitive for somebody that fancies himself a comic.
Are you feeling his wrath?
Yeah, he said, I will feel his wrath. And I don't even know what the fuck that means.
He was getting all the comedians that he knows and all the people that are fans of his to stop doing your show altogether, right?
Right, wow.
So have you seen that in the business?
Not the fucking peep out of anybody. All of his tweets get like 2 favorites, and I honestly believe it's people that inadvertently clicked it when they were just trying to close it.
Who started that thing?
That was John. Me and Artie are busting his balls on the show. It's what we do. It's what people that are friendly and funny do to each other. And he takes it seriously. He takes the slightest little bash you give him in jest, and then turns it into just a fucking terminal insult that just destroys any. You don't even want to have him in the same room.
He says, I've always gotten along with John. There was one time on Twitter he thought I said something I didn't say, and was he all
like, you're a fucking asshole?
Well, he's mentioned something. I heard they were shitting on me, and I'm like, John, you know me. You could have just texted me. I would have just told you. He apologized, but I mean, I'm like, it didn't happen. Sometimes I think he reads things a little wrong.
Oh,
he gets he thinks you're shitting on him. It's like, nah, dude, we're just
you bust his balls a little. He's a fucking mental patient. He's out of his fucking mind.
Have you guys talked since?
No, fuck him. I'm done with him.
You are?
Just done. He's such an asshole.
You have him back on the show?
Yeah, I might do that.
Because I want to hear more about it. I want to break. I hate to say it like I'm a fucking Harry host, but we've been on for an hour 35. I don't want to cut short at the end. The great Anthony Cumia, of course.
Thank you.
Anthony will be doing Chip Chipperson tonight.
He's very excited, yes.
Yeah, very excited. We have a couple of, it seems like Rich Voss we're finally getting in.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, Voss has avoided it for a long time.
Of course.
Do we have Voss coming on here tomorrow?
We do.
That's definitely happening, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we want to watch Cackling Anthony when we come back, and we can also talk about the Anthony Stuttering John war. And Troy can explain that thing he's wearing.
He's in style.
Oh, no, it's a condom. I didn't recognize it.
Oh.
All right. We'll be back in a jiff, gang.
That's okay.
Keep turning on the wrong one.
Love it.
It's embarrassing.
I know.
Darned bored.
I know.
Yeah. My God. Well, welcome, Anthony Cumia.
Oh, yeah, please.
Who you can hear
Love
every afternoon, Monday through Thursday.
Yeah.
On Compound Media.
Yes.
With Artie Lange. By the way, I was thinking, who are we talking about? With Ron Bennington. How funny is it for you to be the guy in the role with the co-host who kind of strolls
He's unpredictable.
late and is fairly unpredictable in terms of how he's handling himself off the show?
I'm the responsible guy.
Right. Now, do you end up feeling sympathy for maybe a co-host of the past, or do you realize, this really isn't that big of a deal? Who cares?
No, I don't. It doesn't bother me in the least.
It doesn't.
Literally, if Artie didn't show up for a day or 2 days even, or that, I would do my show. I don't care. It doesn't bother me at all. Yeah, because some people were going I'm glad Anthony finally sees what it's like.
Right.
It's like,
who said that?
I see what it's like. A couple of assholes, I guess, on fucking Twitter.
Right.
But it's like, no, I don't even think about it. I'll start the show. Artie comes in 5-10 minutes late.
Right.
And it's like, hey, Artie, what's up? Well, I was just talking about this, and we start the show with Artie. It doesn't bother me at all.
So you see what it's like and are almost vindicated because you're like, this is not a big deal.
It wasn't
it's
a
not
big
a big
deal.
deal.
Because quite frankly, if I walked in and sometimes it was literally 3 minutes late, like the show had started 3 minutes ago, there was no reason to get all fucking pissy. That always got me irked when Jimmy would do that to me.
I certainly would.
Well, wait a
I'd
minute.
give him a good scolding.
You mean punctual PD, Jim Norton? If he can get here on time, he doesn't see why you.
No, I was just like,
exactly.
oh, thank God I'm not stuck here alone.
Okay.
And that was another thing that bugged the shit out of me. I'm fucking humping every day from Long Island.
Yeah.
And some people had a fucking giant retard pick them up every morning and drive them into work. That's
not true.
Oh, I can't be here on time? Meanwhile, literally knocking on the door. Come on. Fuck that. And then I'm the piece of shit. Get out of here. No, I don't. If Artie, when Artie's late, I don't care.
You don't?
We put the picture of the milk carton with his picture on it. And I'll be like, that's it. And then he comes flying in, and he's goddamn fucking hilarious. So
Were you at all concerned at the Bennington Thanksgiving show? I asked Ron the same thing when you were on stage and we had started our bit. And
Right.
earlier in the evening, Artie had been backstage,
Yes.
and then he disappeared until halfway through the segment.
it was an amazing magic act that he did. He absolutely disappeared, vanished into thin air. He showed up at the perfect time, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right when we needed him to read back the questions, because he was supposed to be off stage
Sequestered.
for that part of the segment. Then he showed up, and it was like,
It
all
worked.
right, it worked. I don't know how, but that's it.
Yeah.
Artie's in my care for 2 hours a day.
And that's it.
That's
The
it.
other 22 hours, he's on his own. He's probably not going to bed at a responsible hour.
I wouldn't think he was.
What's
but
a
neither do
responsible
I,
hour
so-
if the show starts at 4 p.m.?
I'd say
That's
8
it.
a.m.
That's why it starts at 4 p.m.
It is nice to sleep in, isn't it?
It's the greatest thing ever. I could give a shit what is happening on this earth of ours before 2 p. I don't care.
We used to get up pretty early to work out and stuff, don't you?
Yeah, on Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
What's
11,
pretty early?
11 o'clock.
That's not pretty early.
Oh.
No,
That's not pretty
it's not pretty early. It's earlier
Yeah.
than I usually do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that. And then I go. It is odd because I'll get home and then just stay up until 4 a.m.
Yeah, I was thinking about that
5 sometimes.
when I was doing nights, and I'd get home at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I would stay up until 4.
Oh, it's great.
It's kind of awesome.
It is, but it's also like you realize how alone you are at that hour. I get very buggy. I like it for a week, a
Yeah.
few days, but then after a while, I'm like, oh yeah, this is what this is. It's crazy.
I have a cat. It's fucking awesome.
Beavis.
I don't need to. Yeah. I don't need anybody there.
Right.
I can imagine if anybody was able to hear inside the house, though, at 4 a.m. where I'm playing video games and just yelling, "Oh, fucking bullshit!
You yell at the
Oh,
computer.
motherfucker!" Yeah.
Yeah.
Does your
Like,
girlfriend get up in the morning? Does she have a morning schedule?
yeah, she doesn't live there, though. She's there, weekends and stuff, but she's got a place.
It sucks when somebody has to get up in the morning and you want to stay up all night, or vice versa.
Oh, it doesn't even fucking. But I can fall asleep at the drop of the proverbial hat. I have no problem sleeping. If I'm awakened,
Is that because you're heavily intoxicated?
right back to sleep. It is called passing out, right?
I think that's the colloquial term.
No, not even. Not even if I haven't been drinking. I just.
So, like, you'll be able after the show this morning.
Yeah.
You'll be able to go to your place in the city and just lay down for a nap and go to sleep.
I will go to the apartment. I will lay down. I will put on the TV and out like a light. I'll set the alarm and wake up. And at like 3, I'll be at the
that's
studio by
amazing.
3:30 and do my show at 4.
Do you know, I last night laid in
great.
bed, went to bed a little later than I should have, but not much, and I laid there and all of a sudden my nose got stuffed. Dude, it was fucking, if I sat up, I was fine. As soon as I put my head down, it was like someone shoved 2 cocks in my nostril.
Again.
I was fucking tossing and turning for hours. I could not breathe.
That's tough when you have that going for you.
For no
Like,
reason.
Have
Yeah.
you figured out? I think we've talked about it before, but it's definitely not psychosomatic.
No. I mean, the doctor told me I know what the problem is. He basically said you're a cunt-faced idiot.
Right.
No, I got to get more surgery.
Oh God!
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's not draining properly.
What do they got to do? Draining where?
In my sinuses, you have 3 cavities on each side, and it's just not.
We get them filled.
I should. No, they're already filled. I got to get them unfilled. It's funny you should say that.
I see that.
The irony's so thick you can cut it with a knife.
That's not irony.
It is irony.
No, it isn't.
Sure it is.
It's not what that means.
Should we watch Cackling Anthony?
Do you want to?
I do.
Oh, let me
For a
see
minute,
this.
Yeah.
Okay, this
He was
is
enjoying the show.
this was Shitloaf. He was sitting in last time Anthony was in. I guess there was a camera on him, and apparently everything that you guys said, he just way overdid
He
it with the
enjoyed it?
laughing.
I
Yeah.
defy you to finish this video.
How long is the
Oh,
video
wow.
total?
It's almost 3 minutes.
Wow!
Wow.
Why, Travis? Why don't you think we can finish it?
It just becomes skin crawlingly embarrassing.
Anthony's right behind you now. Anthony, do you agree with that?
Do you want him to just sit in
Oh, yeah,
here and watch it?
Do you want me to come in?
Yeah.
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 All right.
And this isn't even the whole show. Rob stopped.
Did
Just
he?
stop doing
So
it.
Travis, you don't. You
Okay,
think
the
it's?
door's-
You think
I've
it's-
attempted to watch it 3 times.
We've been trying to go a little Anthony light lately. Anthony Shitloaf light.
But this
Yeah.
one was. Rob did some production.
yeah.
So bad.
It's not
How
good.
long did you get through?
30 seconds.
Really?
Oh, wow.
It's just not.
30 seconds is probably a long
It's a
time
long
when it's
time.
this, right?
Do you think we're being hypercritical of you, Anthony?
No, it's definitely 3 minutes of me just cackling like an idiot.
No, I mean I know what it is, but do you think that we're being hypercritical of you to criticize it?
No, I mean, look at me. I look like an idiot. You should criticize it.
I look like
Okay.
We got that drug.
Yeah, can I have that on my board, please?
yeah.
Put it on mine too.
No, we'll just do no.
Oh gosh.
Just do mine.
Flashbacks.
Double drops.
Oof. Oh, that was always well. I could go into this all day. Oh God. Yeah, that would have been timely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I could hear the one I was hitting over the one you hit.
Oh, you thought sometimes it was double buttons.
I honestly used to really try to think out the ones I was, not just randomly hit them to make noise.
You mean you were trying to like create something, and not be like, let's just say somebody with Asperger's and a hammer at a piano.
Yeah. Yeah.
Caught the shit. Boom.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, guys?
Oh, God.
Language, young man.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah.
Rough.
It was rough.
Was it?
Would you ever get annoyed?
Constantly. Constantly.
Should have said something.
Oh, just biting my tongue.
Oh, he would.
Cashing my check.
You would?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would say stuff not
Sure.
then and there.
Oh.
Nice dip in the pool.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Some discussions.
Oh.
Those are always good.
So some of this stuff later wasn't a surprise to you, Jim?
Not or me or any of the neighbors.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see a little. I just want to see this for a second. I
Oh,
don't think
God, this is going to be terrible.
Can you hear me and Anthony talking, or anybody talking?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. On the way home from
Sam's wedding. I couldn't get a rod. Anthony was a fucking animal. Anthony was a fucking face in the neck animal.
Soda Pop Club.
The Soda Pop Club.
Compound Media. So it was full of this. Oh. Wow.
I got a name.
Yeah, exactly. But that's it. Can we go to Riotcast YouTube?
Yeah.
Frank Stallone. No, it's. Hey, I'm sorry.
He still is that
All right,
guy.
pause.
I love a
He's
good Frank.
just-
I love a good Frank Stallone impression.
No, what I hate is your
clap.
fucking hand clap where you grasp the left one with the right one.
Yeah.
Where you clap it and then you grasp it like heavens to Betsy. Oh, heavens
Yeah.
to Betsy.
Did you like the part that Rob left in where Anthony is just waiting attentively for you to say something? And then he Googles what you asked him to Google?
Oh, so like he's not Googling as the show goes on. He's just waiting with his hands hovering above the keyboard.
He was a fan.
Well, no, I
that
have a
day.
defense there. I looked at the wrong thing, and you said no. Just go to Compound Media. Just go to
Okay.
the media. So I was looking at something, and then
You know what I didn't like too much?
oh no.
The very beginning of it when he's looking at you like his eyes are wide and his eyebrows are up. Like, we both know where you're going. Give it to me. Give it to me. Ah, you did it. You did it.
No, it's Oh, heavens to Betsy.
Oh my!
The one grasp. Now let's see a little more. Hopefully he doesn't do that again.
Yeah. Sheet metal.
Do you like anal sex? What's that? Do you like anal sex? No. Okay.
Slow again.
I love that. The question is, do you like anal sex? And Anthony had this look on his face like, this is outrageous.
I can't believe he just asked that.
What show am I working for?
Can you rewind?
guys?
Can you rewind that moment, which bothers me more than 9/11 footage?
Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there it
Can't
is.
get over it.
Sure shit.
Yeah.
Security guard on a job site. Wow, the double clap.
Yeah. Double clack, sock cucka. And
Just to know she's gonna. Yeah.
she politely laughs because you're tipping, and she'll be like, "Oh," and I laugh and I ramp it up like, you know, and it's just so uncomfortable.
It's so embarrassing.
You laugh at a weird time.
Oh yeah.
Well, you get it? There's a lot of
Often wondered.
6,008,000 alive people. Fuck you! Oh, turn it down! Professional coming. Why'd you hit Nick?
But how do you get out of it?
He put his hands up like, oh, watch out. Not me, not this guy. Hey,
Travis, are you enjoying this?
It's so bad.
Yeah.
We should probably release this video across social media.
Rob says it's ready to go.
Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that.
What should we call it?
We don't even need to title it because we could just tweet it out. Like just the video itself. Not even like a YouTube thing. Just straight across social media. Put it up on the Facebook.
Crazy viral.
Crazy viral.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is the one.
Oh wait, he's hiding.
It's too much. It's too much.
In his jacket.
You guys were funny.
He's hiding in his
Yeah,
jacket.
everything I can. Oh, sorry, shit. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Social security number.
He's hugging
Just in
himself.
case. Yes. Young and sweet, only 17. I think he was in. This is Neil Diamond.
I know it is. We asked for Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
8 times.
Oh, great.
I don't know what happened.
Okay, wait. Hit pause. Did Rob just put in a thing of him
Yeah, of
screwing up
course.
just because?
That was a screw up, right?
Rob, some of these, did you just add him screwing up just because you thought it was funny?
Hold on, let me turn you on. You can bring in Ben Bailey.
It's possible, yes.
Okay.
Once, maybe.
He'll join the program.
Yes.
You put us there.
Go for you can keep rolling.
A napkin? Ew. Is your asshole damp?
Ow.
To compare it. No, he didn't. That's a
No.
good. That's a good. That is.
Whoever told you that you could work with men?
Oh, he just wanted to end it on a negative note.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Hello, Ben.
Hey, how
Have
you
a
doing?
seat.
There he is.
We're just throwing one of our guys under the bus.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Let me join
yeah,
in with
if you-
It's
that.
always fun.
Is Anthony going to stay in? We can let him stay in? No. Okay, you can go. Ben, do you want to sit there?
Yeah, you can sit
Ben,
here.
sit there. It's a better seat.
Yeah.
It's a better seat?
It is
That's
better.
not
Oh,
the
yeah.
throw under the bus seat?
No.
Okay.
He just got a beating, though. Deserved.
Yeah, well deserved.
That was a repulsive video.
Sorry, I missed it. Not that I know the guy, but that would have been, I'm always happy to watch
You're
somebody.
just laughing
always good
very
when
hard.
somebody's-
apart a little bit.
Yeah, thrashing about trying to survive.
He's laughing very hard in a very insincere way.
Yeah.
You thought it was
A lot of
insincere?
I found it to be quite insincere, yes.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Well, welcome, Ben Bailey.
Hey, thanks, man. How's it going, guys? Sorry, I just spilled coffee kind of all over myself right before I came in.
That's fine. Sorry we didn't have you yesterday.
That's all right, man.
We had, it was just too many people coming at the same hour. I figured today you could come in and join the program.
Cool.
Yeah.
You guys know each other.
Program. I like that.
Yeah, program. That's the old way to say it.
Yeah. Today
The
on
old-
the program.
Yeah.
Pilgrims. Today on the program.
That's right. That's right. It's not spelled. It's never. I don't know why anybody's ever said program. It's not spelled that way.
Program.
It's like saying kettle. It's just old people talk.
Bottle.
Bottle? Yeah.
Bottle.
Lazy
Pass
at
me
the
a
last
bottle.
syllable.
Give me a bottle of Earl.
It's what old people do.
Earl, yeah.
So yeah, it was fun.
Bottle of
We're
Earl.
going to release. We're showing our guy works for us, kind of fake laughing. Not he was enjoying himself, but overdoing it.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's just-
Overselling the laugh.
You don't have to do that.
Happy to be there, guy.
So is he
Happy to be there, guy.
Yeah.
fired then? Did you guys get rid of him? Or?
Well, no, he's not fired. But we're going to humiliate him on social media.
Right. You weren't sure? You guys just quiet for a second?
Right. Well,
Maybe.
Yeah.
We might fire him.
No, we were debating what to do about it. We don't know because it's not a fireable offense. What happened? He was laughing at the show and nobody believes it.
Right.
It's not a fireable offense.
Right.
Yeah,
We don't trust
agreed,
his
yeah.
emotions.
No.
I think he's insincere and wearing a mask in front of us at all times.
Yeah, we don't need that. We've dealt with that before. It's
Have you?
Send him away to like a camp or something where you learn how to be sincere.
Is there sincerity camp?
Sincerity camp.
Yeah, family
Sincerity
camps.
Wow. Yeah.
So what happened? By the way, you were telling us what happened when you and him and Stuttering John got into a fight.
Oh,
what
stupid
happened?
Stuttering John.
An argument or
I just wanted to
like
finish
a
it up.
fight?
Twitter, a baby fight. You know, there's
I don't know.
no
There's-
real
There's
contact.
very many tweets. There's
Yeah.
multiple podcasts and video podcasts. There's all kinds of stuff.
You know those
There's lots
dumb
of
like
evidence.
Yeah.
Does he
radio
stutter
war
when he's
kind
tweeting?
of things. No, unfortunately. So his tweets are that much more unentertaining.
Right.
At least
Without
when he's
the-
talking, he's stuttering. It's
Anthony said that that's really the only reason he's famous at all. It's just
He got
because it's funny
mad
that he stutters.
Because of the stutter? Right.
He got mad because he was playing at the brokerage. I went down to see him at the brokerage. He plugged it on the show with
Nice.
myself and Artie.
That's great.
And I said, I went on Friday night, and I said it was the first time ever that I went to the brokerage and was actually able to park in that little parking lot next to the club.
Was it full?
Right next to the front door.
Yes, it was, and it wasn't the only spot. I didn't get the last spot
Wait, was
in the
it-
postage stamp parking lot next to the
Was
brokerage.
it full or no?
No,
Was it tough to find a
It
table
was-
after you got in, after you parked?
no.
So it wasn't commuters.
Oh, you were just kind of
So I was
joking.
kind of busting his balls a little. And then I said, well, my buddy Vinny was down there hosting the show on Saturday night, and he said it was 2 shows and it was packed.
Right.
So I said that. I was just fucking around with him. And then he just goes off. Fuck you. The wrath will come down on you. Your show
Because you-
sucks.
oh,
This
because you made
sucks.
fun
You
of his-
suck. Yeah.
Because you got
I
a
said
parking
that.
spot.
And then did you apologize and just chalk it up to a misunderstanding?
No.
You didn't.
Why would I do that?
Just
No.
left it open.
No, I
it going.
I then because he went nuclear
Yes.
on me and Artie.
Yes.
and then I went nuclear on him and talked about his lack of fathering skills. Perhaps. What else are you gonna do?
That escalated quickly.
It really did.
Started over a parking spot.
Yeah, was this over a
not
park?
yeah, just the fact that there was one. Not
Right.
even,
Yeah.
not even you guys fighting over one spot.
No, it was
How
And then he's a
humiliating.
bad father by the end of it.
Yeah, well, yeah. Why the father thing? What did he do?
because he's got kids. That's what you do. It doesn't matter. He could be the best dad in the world. It didn't matter at that point. You got to hit him.
Because if I remember correctly, I believe that he started hitting you guys by saying that your show is very racist,
Yeah, that's what
and
he
that
said.
if people listen to the show, then they are supporting racists.
It's so ridiculous. Artie Lange and myself do a great show. It's not racial.
And
It's not
he
anything.
did
If
bring
he
up
was
your-
opposed, he could just take a knee.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
that's
You know.
true.
He did bring up
He
your.
could
You
just
guys play
take
the
a
national
knee
anthem at the beginning of
every
the show,
day.
right? Yeah.
At the beginning of every show, we play the national anthem, and yes, he could take a knee.
Yeah. Sometimes if you don't like something, just don't listen to it. That's my take.
Wow,
that really is great.
that's a controversial stance.
Thanks. No, I just wanted to show people that I'm in it. I'm in it deep.
He did bring up some of your
Pretty smart, though.
previous
really.
legal problems too.
Oh
Before
yeah,
the
yeah,
father
yeah.
thing. I think that's
I
what-
only have one previous legal problem.
It's a biggie though.
2 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a big.
Yeah.
I pled that down to nothing.
Right. In the beginning, though, a lot of
good.
people just remember the first part.
I know, right?
sucks, right?
That's all they do.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
when there's a perp walk, that's all.
That's
the part that
it's
people
the
like
worst
to remember.
part.
Well, maybe you
whole
guys
thing.
don't make up. I mean, it happens. People argue.
I don't know.
Stuttering John on his Twitter said Anthony Cumia will be getting sued, and then an ellipses, and then he said by me. So
I
Ellipses.
will
Yeah.
soon
Well
get
said.
Thanks,
sued.
man.
Like there's nothing
And
he
then-
could. Does he know what being a public figure means?
What's
Well,
he
that
going to
was-
sue you for?
And what's he going to sue me for?
I know.
2 weeks ago.
And people who pay for subscriptions, I can understand.
Yeah, what's he going to sue me for?
Well, that was 2 weeks ago.
crazy.
Have you been served with a
I have
summons?
not been. Oh, you've been served.
Yeah, I
I've
was
not
wondering what
been
started
served.
it because I kind of saw some of the results. I'm like, it was a back and forth. I was like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, it's
It was the parking.
ridiculous.
Okay, the parking lot.
He looks pretty angry.
He does, right?
He's got his arms
Wow.
folded there.
It went very nuclear very quickly.
I might have made a total of this whole thing, a couple of weeks now, of 5 tweets, 6 tweets about him. He's tweeted hundreds of tweets.
a great many tweets.
Like it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he blocks everybody, and he blocked me, so I can't even read the tweets threatening to sue me. So
Why is he so mad at you? I mean, just for saying he's a bad dad?
Artie told me, he goes, look, John is fucking nuts.
Oh, okay.
And he goes, when you bust his balls, he'll come back. Like with Artie, Artie busted his balls about something. Oh, that he looks like El Chapo.
That's funny.
So he looked like El Chapo, and he was calling him Stuttering Juan, which is really funny. And John goes, really? Well, your father fell off a roof and got paralyzed.
I think that's actually a great comeback. That's hilarious.
That's really funny. But like that's what there's no joke to it. He just throws something at you. That's
oh wow.
Is
Actually,
that true about Artie's dad? He fell off a roof.
Yeah.
And got paralyzed.
Yeah.
Yes, got.
he caught paralysis.
picked it up.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll get over it at some point.
It looks like Stuttering John has figured it out. It says that Anthony seems to be obsessed with Stuttering John.
Obsessed.
Maybe because John is the most interesting thing that has ever happened on Anthony's show. Ask the fans. Ask Keith. They all know. That's why he goes on everyone else's show to talk about me. That's why he brings me up to every guest on his show.
Well, in fairness, I did ask because I was just curious as to what happened.
Yeah.
Anthony asked you to bring it up, though, in the break.
Can I, off the top of my head, yeah, right? Can I, off the top of my head, bring up something that it was more interesting than John on the show?
Okay.
One time, the cord fell out of the microphone. I plugged it back in. There. That right there. Just off the top of my head, more interesting than John.
Wow, okay.
On the show. And it didn't drink all my beer, which John tends to do during the show.
He does.
Drink your beer?
Oh, drinks all the beer in the fridge. One time he came in, he wanted to use the studio to tape one of his podcasts in New York. I was like, sure, go ahead. And then
You didn't
Keith
charge
goes,
him?
no.
Wow.
But Keith goes, look, the staff is going to run the thing for you, so if you could take care of them, that'd be fine. He comes in, drinks all the beer in the fridge, leaves the bottles laying around on the floor in the studio, and doesn't give a dime to the staff and leaves.
Oh.
And then he's bitching about when Keith said, well, you didn't give the guys any money. And John's like, oh, I need the guy a tip. What is it now? I got to tip people? It's not a tip. It's fucking, a
These
being
guys
a
came in to
decent
help
guy.
you out.
Well, if you're paying somebody for their time sometimes, yeah. Like, do you think I want to pay Rob to come over to my house?
No.
Yes.
Help my orbit? No.
John is a cheap
Of course.
fuck.
Of course you want to pay Rob to come. The same reason you want to pay all the girls that come over to your house.
That's an excellent point.
Yes, you want to pay them.
That is true.
Yeah, he's just a cheap fuck. But enough about John. Please.
Right.
Yeah.
We got Ben
Let's
Bailey
talk about
here.
the cord.
Yeah.
I asked that of
Tell us what
curiosity.
happened with that
that's all.
cord again.
We got the wonderful Ben Bailey here.
Yeah, what are you up to,
Yeah,
Ben?
hey. Cash Cab is back.
It is.
That's why I'm
Ben's
out
got
and about. Yeah.
that show is there. There are a few shows on television that if there's nothing on, you're passing by it, you will stop and watch 20 fucking episodes.
Yeah, it just
and Cash
keeps
Cab
going,
is one
yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
You just stop.
Thanks, man.
It's funny. It's entertaining. Sometimes it's infuriating.
Yeah.
The people are stupid sometimes.
I've never
Yeah.
gotten an answer right on that fucking show. Never.
You
Never.
would be one of the stupid guys.
I'm
Finally,
for
someone
1600.
honest.
Dude,
Everybody's
I
like,
never.
I would clean up on that show. I'd get everything right.
Not
Yeah.
at all.
I love you. Like I never
Sure.
got a single answer.
Dude, I
right.
suck. I suck.
It is surprising
tough.
how many kind of smart people there are, though, that get in that cab.
Yep.
Because
Yep.
people do pretty well for the most part.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're cutting out. Are you editing out some
lot
real
of losers.
dopes?
A lot of losers.
losers.
Well, I
how
wouldn't
many
say
years
we're
were you
cutting
off?
out a lot of losers, but we were off for 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what happened? Someone they called you in and said, "Wow, we want to bring it
I
back."
said, hey, yeah, we're doing it again.
And they had other hosts. They
I was
tried
just
other
sitting there
hosts.
by the phone waiting.
Waiting for them.
For 5 years, I had a special line.
Did you have to re-up your hack license?
Hello? Are we doing it again?
Did you keep your taxi license?
I actually, at this point, I have to go and renew my license.
Well, do you-
which is not going to be a lot of fun.
Have you shot them yet or no?
Yeah, we shot a bunch. It premiered last night.
Oh, okay.
You know, if you just do cash Uber, you don't have to pay for a license or anything. It could just be
That's
you.
a really good point.
Yeah.
Just use the same tricked
Right.
out thing. It's just not yellow and use the same car.
You couldn't use the name Uber though, probably. It's a company.
We'd have to have a deal with them.
Well, you just be cash
Yeah.
car.
That'd be a great way to get people in without,
Yeah.
without them knowing what was up, too.
Right.
And then I could actually have a nicer car.
Do you have to cut people out when they're like, "Hey, guess what? You're in the cash cab. You got to answer these questions." They're like, "I just take the ride. I just go where I'm going.
Yeah,
Thank you.
well, I don't want to
Then I just
answer
have to
anything.
drive them in silence with the lights going.
with John Travolta's dance floor above their heads.
We're just quietly sitting in traffic.
How awkward.
Yeah. Every answer they give you, the Jews. The Jews. We can't use any of this, sir. The Jews.
Once in a while,
turn
they
off
don't
the
want to play,
effects.
but then I don't give them a ride. I kick them out.
You do?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
Get
this is
out.
the cash cab,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Not an actual cab.
You either play or you walk.
There's nothing that
Yeah.
indicates it's the cash cab until they get in, right?
Yeah, nothing really. I mean, if you're looking closely,
You've won Emmys for this.
I have, yeah.
And
Got a bunch of them.
how many have you won?
They're useless. They're just paperweights. And once you have them, they do nothing.
Do you get to go up and make
I
a
have
speech?
6 of them.
You won 6 Emmys?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Right?
But when they read like your credits when you're doing
3
stand
for
up,
host and 3 for show.
when you do stand up, there aren't they like 6-time Emmy Award winner Ben Bailey?
No, usually they're like, it's Artie at the cellar. He's like, he won an Emmy.
They won
And I'm like, should I correct him or am I just a total douche if I'm like, excuse me, actually it's 6. I have 6 Emmys already.
6.
Yeah, I
So
would
never
say that.
say anything. And
I would go right up and say that.
I feel like a jerk just even mentioning it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I told Artie to say either he won 6 Emmys or to say he won an Emmy, but say it 6 times.
He won an Emmy. He won an Emmy.
Yeah.
He won an Emmy.
I would absolutely mention that I won 6 Emmys.
Would you, honestly?
The first thing I'd say to everyone.
Try to write material
I
around
feel like
your
a
Emmy.
douche doing that.
No,
Never
a girl
say
up
it.
the front would go like, you're really pretty. You have great tits. I bet you didn't know I won 6 Emmys.
That's good. That's a good one.
Exactly.
I'd be
That seems
impressed. But
inappropriate.
I think Paul Mercurio has one.
He
Yeah.
does.
What
Probably
does he
more
have
than
that
one from The Daily Show.
Yeah, from The Daily Show.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
Trying to ruin it.
Did you get to make speeches?
Trying to ruin it.
It was already ruined.
Did you
Yes,
get to
I
make a
did,
speech?
Yeah. One time I was in the bathroom pissing, and I heard them announce my name for winning, and I literally was like 3 levels below the stage in a bathroom and had to run up, and there's just no one there. They're just standing there waiting, and they're showing my seat, and there's nobody in it. And I came up behind them, like I was like twice as big as the woman.
Did you say where you were?
I was like, "Excuse me, I'll take that." And I didn't know what to say. I was panicked. I literally just ran. I was, out of breath and freaked out.
You didn't
And
wash your
someone in the
hands?
front row goes, couldn't get a cab. And I was like, oh, thank God. So then I said it into the mic and got a huge
that's
laugh.
funny, yeah.
Yeah. I think it might have been Alex Trebek who said that.
That's funny. You
He was
stole
sitting
his
right in the
joke.
front. Yeah.
Who were you?
He gave it. He was like, he
who were
gave
you
it to me like
against?
a line reader in a play.
Who were you up
Get a
against?
cab. That time, it was usually the same guys. It was like Alex Trebek and Pat
Trebek?
Sajak. And the first time was Bob Barker.
Wow.
Before he retired, and then he announced his retirement like a day later, and we were like, "Well, I guess he's going to win."
Who won?
And then he won.
Oh,
Rigged.
He
yeah.
had like 40 of them.
He did, right?
Yeah, I'm
something
sure
like
he's-
that. He's
So
got
you're
a
friends with so you got to know Pat Sajak and Alex Trebek? both?
No, Sajak is too cool. He never shows up.
He does. Wait, does he ever win?
No.
That's why he doesn't show up.
that's
He just
why,
probably doesn't
right.
show up.
Wheel of Fortune
I'm sure he has
sucks.
some. I'm
No,
sure
it's
he has
good.
some.
Wheel of Fortune is the worst.
It's a good show.
Wheel of Fortune makes you feel better after you realize how dumb you are when you're watching Jeopardy.
Yeah. I mean, Wheel of Fortune is strictly for total idiots.
Yeah.
It makes you, it cheers you up after you're like, wow, I know nothing.
Right. And then
There
you're
was
Trebek knows everything. I know nothing.
what was the show? There was such a dumbed down version of Jeopardy where
Cash Cab.
Cash Cab. No, I mean there was a show where they would ask a question.
Are you smarter than a 5th grader?
He was the first president of the United States, and you'd think like, oh, that's easy. But then they would go, George Washington. Yes, George Washington. Ding, 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 ding. And it's like that. Like every question would be easy, and then they made it even easier.
What show was that?
I can't remember. It might have been like the question segment of Card Sharks or something.
Oh.
I'm not sure, but it was
Who Wants to Be a
like that
Millionaire?
same time frame.
I want to be on that show.
But no, like Jeopardy's hard.
that sounds like
Cash
fun.
Cab,
Fun
you
show
start
to be
getting
on.
into those more expensive questions, they get a little tough.
It looks,
get a
it's
little
very,
tough,
very
yeah.
difficult. I've never gotten it. I swear I've watched it, and I'm like, I stink at Cash Cab.
They wanted it to be educational. They wanted it to be tough.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, not
Discovery
just-
Channel. They were like, we want it to be as hard as Jeopardy.
Why'd they bring it back? Did they say? I mean, obviously it's a good move. Was it
I
just
don't
that
know.
they missed it?
Honestly, a lot of shows are they're bringing back a lot of shows right now. It's kind of a cool thing to do.
They probably noticed
But
people
were
watching a lot of the
always-
reruns.
People
Yeah.
are always asking for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
They never stop saying why did you guys stop making a show? Is it coming back?
So you were gone
Finally
for
we just did it.
5.
Yeah.
Well, how many were you on it?
How many years? 8.
Yeah. You did 8 seasons. That's amazing. You did 8
Well,
seasons.
we did 10 seasons in 8 years.
Okay.
So we did 408 episodes or something like that.
And you get recognized a lot from that, right?
I do, yeah.
Does it help on the road?
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
good,
pretty
right?
much.
Yeah.
It made things a little weird at first because they had expectation.
Of
You
what?
know, like stand-up audiences thought I was going to be like the cash cab guy.
You're going to ask some trivia questions from the stage?
So some people actually did think that.
Like, this isn't a comedy show. Just pretend he's going to ask us questions.
You should ask
When are you
trivia
going to do the
questions.
cash cab thing? Like from the audience.
Yeah,
like,
How up here on a stage?
Yeah,
you dummy?
weeknights at 7. Right now, I'll be, this is not that.
You
So
should
it's
do a
it was
little trivia
tricky.
thing.
Shut up.
Why not? We bring
so?
3 people up, yeah. And like whoever gets the first question wrong, you smash them in the knee with like the claw end of a hammer. Just a little different. The claw end of a hammer right in the knee.
All right. At first, I was against it, but I like where you went with
Now it's good.
When is it on?
Idea.
it. Yeah. It's Mondays at 10 now.
Okay.
Every Monday at
And we'll just wind rerunning.
10 and 10:30.
On back-to-back episodes?
Back-to-back,
How many did
yeah.
you shoot?
6.
Only 6?
You got 3 weeks of shows?
Yes.
You should do more.
I'm trying not to say that because I know people are going to be like, what?
Yeah.
What are we supposed to do after that?
Cash Cab
So-
is back for 3 weeks.
For 3 weeks.
Are you
yeah.
doing more of them?
Where that's the plan.
Oh, they want to probably see if people still watch it. They will.
wanna-
It's a
they
huge
wanna-
show.
They want to make sure
yeah.
people are going to watch.
People will watch it. They fucking if it runs in syndication or they're watching it years later, of course they're going to watch new ones.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
I mean, we should know any minute, right?
You never get
We should
tired of
know
trivia
sometime in
questions.
the next few hours.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Did
like
we
they're-
make the cut?
They're seeing if they watched last night.
Yeah,
And then
I think. I mean, I don't know for sure. I imagine that's what's happening.
just put you on. Like you had an 8-year, 10-year, whatever it was run.
Yeah, I know. They're like, we're just going to see if it works. I'm like, I thought we already knew, but but that's all right.
God.
I mean, that's how TV is. That's the way it works.
Yeah,
you don't
that's
know
the
that you're on
biz.
until you're sitting there watching it.
Yeah.
Did you do other locations or only in New York?
Just New York.
And then they got someone for Chicago, right? It was like that.
That was just kind of a one-time thing.
It was.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
It
Bombed
doesn't
miserably.
work.
Ben's the cash cab guy.
Yeah.
And
Try
New
these other
York.
bums.
Hey, thanks.
Like,
Thanks,
there's
man.
not really a hailing cab thing anywhere else in the country.
Not as
like
much,
it is in
yeah,
New York.
Not really enough.
New
Chicago
York's
maybe
like-
could work.
Yeah.
LA, maybe
call
you'd
a
have
cab
to like
company.
Yeah,
LA, you gotta
exactly. You'd have to
call.
like
Yeah.
be connected
like-
with a cab company. And when
Yeah.
they call, you just show up at their house.
Then you're
Which is
waiting there.
Do
It
Hong Kong.
takes too long.
We should do Hong Kong. You're right.
And they
I think there is
suck.
one in Hong Kong.
I'm sure there is.
Did you ever have somebody get like unbelievably startled when it goes?
Yeah, a couple
Yeah?
of people. Yeah, one girl just burst into tears. Just
That's
Oh no, she was molested on a dance floor.
I think I dated her. She just bursts into tears for no apparent reason.
And then there were 3 people. There was 4 of them. The other 3 people we were all worried. The other 3 people were just rolling their eyes like,
Oh, here she goes
Here
again.
we go with this every time with this.
Every time there's a game show on
Every
public
time we end
transportation.
up on a game show, you start crying.
Oh no.
Oh, that's great.
Has anybody gotten unreasonably mad at you if they were getting questions wrong?
Yeah,
it is.
yeah, a few people. Yeah,
Oh,
a couple times I just pulled over and got like, all right,
Get out.
I'm just gonna get out.
Yeah, because you don't have security in the car because it's
Yeah,
a
they're-
cab.
Yep.
Anyone following you?
The creepiest thing we had was one day we're shooting a really long day, and we keep looking up every time we're stopped down. We keep seeing this green minivan with totally blacked out windows
Hey.
following us, right? And like 5 or 6 times we see it, and then finally I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's just walk over there. So a few of us start walking over towards this van, and it takes off around the corner. And we're like, all right, that was weird. We come back, we open up the cab, we're like checking all the decks and everything. Car comes flying around the corner again, pulls up next to us. Like 4 dudes jump out, and they take like 1 million pictures of the cab and everything while it's open, and then jump back in the van and take off.
Were they paparazzi?
I have no idea. We still
That's
don't
a
know what they
weird
were like.
thing.
What the
Cash
hell was
van.
that? Yeah.
it's another
It's so
another
weird,
game
man.
show.
Yeah, it's
Probably
another
stealing.
game
I bet they're stealing it for another country.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, you know the game show. Yeah,
They
get
were- it
pictures
looked
inside
like-
of people's cars.
Yeah.
It looked like they wanted to get pics of the camera set up and all that, but I don't
How
know.
you did it?
It was pretty fucking weird.
Unless they wanted to take photos to see what was in the cab, so if it was worth robbing or not.
Yeah, that's kind of what we thought.
Yeah.
Maybe
Casing
they
it.
were planning to rob us, but
Then they were like,
No, they would have jumped out and taken photos. No one
they would
takes
have just
photos.
robbed us right then.
Right.
I think.
Yeah,
You don't
you don't
usually
take
Take
snap
pictures
some
and then we'll
first.
come back.
I would like to schedule a robbery. We'd like to rob you somewhere between noon and 2 tomorrow.
Does that work for you?
Have you talked to any cab drivers that are annoyed because now the joke is going to come back that whenever somebody gets into a New York City cab,
Right.
hey, is this a cash cab?
Yeah,
Drivers
God.
just like,
They kinda-
shut up.
They should just hate me a little
thrown
bit, those
out.
guys.
I'm trying something, cash escort. Where, like, while you're having sex, she starts asking you trivia questions. Come on, Daddy. Who signed the Declaration of Independence?
That could work, Jimmy. TV is going in strange directions. That
It
could
really is.
That could work out.
Wow.
Declaration of Independence, a song?
If they show up and you try to guess if they're a man or a woman.
Oh, I always know.
You can always tell.
Yeah, I'm
Or
a wow, Daddy.
You've already checked a box.
Absolutely.
On the
As long as
website.
She better say she's a woman if she wants the door slammed in her face.
Not the box he's checking.
Yeah. A specific request has been made.
Yeah.
People, Discovery Channel executives are sweating right now.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, is that a
we're
Discovery
talking about
Channel executive?
prostitutes.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk more about it. It's okay. Our fans
They're
aren't going to not
listening,
watch
like,
Cash Cab because...
Oh my God.
Yeah, we haven't touched on the prostitutes enough.
No, yeah, they'll enjoy Cash Cab.
That last little
Yeah,
thing with
hookers
the,
like Cash Cab too.
double the money thing.
Yeah, the video bonus.
Yeah, the video bonus. Like,
It's a ripoff of our Daily Double.
yeah. What are you doing?
Daily Double.
The Daily Double.
Why do they clap
I would take
for the
it.
Daily Double on Jeopardy? Why does the audience applaud
more of a
that?
risk.
It's just
I
another.
think it's crazy when they go
just
Daily
another
Double.
square.
Same reason I clap when the condom breaks.
I would absolutely
chance
do
of
that at the end of the
Absolute destruction.
the ride, though.
Catastrophe.
How does it work?
Bet it all.
Yeah.
Like you're betting it all. You could double your money. It's a video, so it's easier anyway because it's a video. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Like that hipster from Brooklyn who was on Jeopardy. Every time Daily Double came up, he would just gamble everything.
Everything.
Every
Yeah.
single time.
Just about.
How did that work out? Did he?
Really well. He was like champion
really?
for 2 weeks straight.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
That's a
he
big
did.
risk, though. You get it wrong, you lose everything, says guy who has nothing to add. Big
Great
risk.
addition, Jeff. Great addition.
Big risk.
You could lose it all.
Absolutely.
But you would,
I
Anthony.
has nothing to add.
I would do it.
But Sam,
Yeah,
please.
but you're risking everything.
No, you got the cab ride.
Right.
So
You get the fun experience of being on the show with all the
Right.
bright lights.
That's
Right.
true. Yeah.
What's the most you can win on Cash Cab? Comment?
I don't know what the limit is. I think it's like 10 grand.
Okay.
It's the
Wow.
most you could win. Nobody ever won that
right,
much.
you got to get every question right.
And then get the double.
You have a
And
long
then-
ride and go for
long ride.
and then go for the double at the end.
Maybe a stoplight challenge.
Red
light challenge, right?
Stoplight challenge.
Stoplight challenge.
Stoplight.
Who calls it a
Maybe the
stoplight?
steam engine challenge. When you see a steam engine,
The stoplight
going down
challenge.
the-
You're like,
stoplight.
stuck
You're
at a
like the old lady
stoplight.
Oprah was driving in the color purple. We're going to do the stoplight challenge.
I did. I think I used to call it a stoplight.
A
Did you? When I was
stoplight?
kid. It was stoplight.
Did you have to become very
A go as a
It
go
would just
light?
be a stoplight.
Stoplight.
Raise it
a
all,
low
the
light.
gentlemen.
Yeah.
Slow light.
Did you have to become well versed with the directions of New York City? Like there are people who must be in a rush that want an actual cab.
The streets are numbered.
So you
it's
figured
a
out.
grid,
Yeah.
so it's
Huh.
pretty
Kinda easy.
straightforward.
Are they in order?
Boston would be a pain in the
just
ass.
being a smart ass. I knew the city pretty well already. I had been driving around doing
You must-
stand up for.
You must have to plant people though, because there must be people that like show up and they're like, "Yeah, I got a 2-minute drive," and you're like, "Well, we're trying to film a game show
We're
here."
like,
So,
can you make your appointment a little bit later?
do you?
Yeah,
Wow.
of course. Yeah.
Somebody's like, "I'm in a rush," and you're like, "Well, we're
Like,
filming a
well,
show." So
This is more important than that.
yeah. And so if somebody's like, "I'm in a rush. I really have to get to where I'm going," and you're like, "But this is Cash Cab."
Yep.
Will they more often than not be like, "Ah, okay, I'm not in that much of a rush"?
Most of the time, they'll be like, "All right,
That's
I'll
so-
play. I'll
people-
call ahead."
People love being on TV.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, yeah.
People just ruin their daily plans.
That's
We
what
had
it
some
is.
girls that were really late for. They were already late for this big pitch meeting for something, and they were like, "We can't play," but they were like, they had really good energy, and we were like, "We want to keep them in," you know. So I was like, "I'll go to the meeting with you guys on the other end," and they were like, "Okay." So I went to the meeting with them.
Be funny if they were
showed up
pitching a
late.
fucking game show on a bus, and they bought it.
The big money bus. Yeah. But so they went in, and there was all these old guys sitting at a table. They look like, caricatures of suits,
Yeah.
And they're just frowning at these like 20-something girls.
What were
that
they
there to
pitching?
pay. I don't know, some
some
ad
show.
campaign, I think. And these guys were just frowning at them. And then I came in, and they were like, "We have a good excuse. We were on Cash Cab," and the guys were like kind of impressed and were fans of the show and everything, but they I'm pretty sure they didn't get the deal. Like they were still pissed.
How
They
humiliating
were like,
is that?
"That's cool, but
The host of your favorite show walks in and you still don't get it. I'd buy a show. I'd buy a show if someone was pitching a show to me and a game show host. Like if Monty Hall came in with them.
that'd be impressive."
Yeah.
Wayne Brady's like, "Hello, I've been hosting Let's Make a Deal for 10 years, but you still think it's Monty Hall?"
Yeah.
Does he host that?
Wayne Brady?
and no one knows it.
Monty Hall is dead, isn't he?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Is
Wayne
he?
Brady's been
Did
hosting
Did
for a
Monty
very
I
Hall
think
die?
he just recently died, Monty Hall.
Oh God,
I think he did too. He's in his 90s.
But I didn't
Like
get that wrong.
within weeks.
Yeah, how old was he when he died? I know it's very.
Oh, and you know what? He did just die because I think somebody else, much more important, died also that weekend. And Jim came in insisting that we should only talk about Monty Hall.
Monty Hall, that's right.
Remember that? Remember
Who
that?
else was it?
I don't
was the
remember,
other
but
one?
it was like there were a couple of deaths that were worth talking about, and then Jim insisted that just Monty Hall.
He was
Monty
96.
Monty Hall was
96
awesome.
years young.
true.
His daughter is somebody too, right?
Born Monty.
Everybody, was
Jerry
somebody.
Hall.
Yeah, no,
Mick Jagger.
his daughter
Down
is
the-
an actress, I think.
Joanna Gleason.
That was terrible.
What?
Joanna
That will
Gleason.
not be brushed over. Did you
Yeah.
hear what?
What did we just?
Did
I
you
just
hear what,
missed something.
did you hear what Jim's suggestion was?
What was that?
When you said, "Who's Monty Hall's daughter?"
Yeah.
Jim thought it would be really funny if he said, "Down the."
Down the hall. Get it?
Down the hall.
Do you think that one was going to get brushed
Yeah.
over, Jim?
Jimmy's bright red in the face.
Well, it should be blood. That is terrible.
Awful.
My daughter. This is my daughter. Down the.
Saving it for Chip's show. With
Yeah, probably.
yeah,
Sharon Hall.
she was on some shows.
Who died?
Oh, well, in that case.
Yeah, she was on like TV shows.
Oh.
Famous deaths.
Yeah, who else died?
It's the best we
Travis,
could
do you
hope for.
remember?
No, but I do know that Sam is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can find out. Give me one second.
Well,
Look at is that the whole
Usually
gist
correct.
of your show now?
yeah.
Sam is right show.
Yeah. Well,
Is
Yeah,
that what this
which is
turned
ironic because he's
into?
very left.
Let's play Who Died. Let's play Who Died on this day.
But I want to know who it was because Sam is right. That did
I'm
happen.
curious too. I remember, but I can't remember who it was. I remember John Ritter
Hugh
and
Hefner.
Johnny Cash.
Hugh
It's Hugh
Hefner.
Hefner.
Hugh Hefner.
That's
Hugh
right.
Hefner.
John Ritter,
and,
Johnny
and
Cash
OJ got
died on the
released
same
that
day,
weekend
right?
too.
Right.
Oh, OJ got released.
But it
so
was
it's
just-
future deaths.
Just
That's
Monty
what
Hall.
killed the other two
Future
guys.
deaths.
Yeah.
The hearing of OJ's release.
OJ. Has
That didn't
OJ has he gone to Florida yet, or is he still
I think he's still chilling in Nevada.
hanging out in Vegas?
Yeah, he's
like
having a good
thrown out of
time.
bars.
Yeah.
Gotta love the juice getting tossed out for drinking too much.
Is that really happening?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
get
yeah.
thrown out of
I
bars
think
in
once
Vegas?
it did.
He's just going to end up right back in the joint.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
He shouldn't have been
I
there to
think he's
start with.
There he is.
institutionalized
Banned
now.
from Las Vegas hotel bar.
Was that
Yeah.
the?
Why is he still dressed like an inmate?
I know, he's wearing one of Leno's
You don't
shirts.
have to keep wearing that jumpsuit.
Just goes
Juice.
around wanting people to know who he is, so he's in prison garb now instead of his.
Running through the lobby of a hotel, jumping over luggage.
Isn't that amazing? Because of how much time has passed, there are probably more people that know him as a murderer, accused murderer,
Than a football
Than
player.
a football player.
I just know him as a
Oh,
guy
yeah.
who worked for Hertz.
To me,
That's for
he'll,
you, you're
rent a
he'll
car
always be
guy.
Nordberg to me.
Nordberg, the Naked Gun movies, yes.
Cocaine. That's a
Oh.
pretty tall order, Nordberg, but I'll see what I can do.
You're the guy from your wife dying. Yeah, I know you. Yeah. You're the guy from those people getting their throats slit. Yeah, I remember you.
Yeah, you're the messy guy on the steps. I know who you are.
Yeah. The guy with the gloves who killed his wife. Yeah, I remember you.
He always has that kind of creepy, crazy smile now. Every
Yeah.
time you see a picture of him.
Yeah.
Yep.
No problems here. Just here to have a good time.
Everything good. Just shaking the bush, boss.
Everything's all good. No problem.
Just going to play some golf today and look for the real killer.
Would you have him on your show?
In a second, I'd give him a hosting spot.
Would you ask him a lot about like his quest to find the real killer?
Yes, I want to know what he's doing. Well, I'm joined with the show Forensic Files, and we're looking. I sprayed some luminol on my Bruno Mali shoes, and they glowed in the dark. Yeah,
OJ, I think you did it. No.
No,
That's
no.
a little, we didn't here to play games.
You probably have a moment where if you were sitting in a room with him,
Yeah.
you'd probably at some point you'd be like, oh my God, this guy murdered
Yeah,
people.
what am I
and
doing?
I'm just here chatting and poking the bear.
I'm just sitting here with a wild.
Thanks for being on the show. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Can we get this guy out of here? It's scaring the shit out of me.
What's
that
the
would be
concussion
creepy.
disease? I think he has
CTE.
that. CTE. Yeah, I'm sure he has that. That's probably what it was. They said Aaron Hernandez had a really bad case
Yeah.
of CTE.
One of the worst, they said.
Yeah, one of the worst they'd ever seen. So that kind of does explain this outburst of violent behavior.
You think?
Yeah,
Does
yeah, yeah.
explain it.
Because it fucks your brain up bad, and you just.
That's what
But
they-
none of the other guys just murdered people.
No, but there's different levels of it.
a lot
there's
of people.
different-
A lot of people think that's what the Benoit thing was.
Oh yeah, maybe it
killed his
was.
family, yeah.
Absolutely, you just fucking snap. I mean, maybe some guys are more likely to snap than others, but it definitely is something.
I think he should do
Yeah.
another interview on pay-per-view. Remember when the trial was first over and he just hired a guy to interview him and charged
Yeah.
people pay-per-view money? One interview.
And
Did
then
he make any money on that? Did he?
Yeah, people
probably
bought, 'cause-
did, yeah.
because people thought it was like, oh, it's the tell-all.
But he couldn't keep
Morbid
it, right?
curiosity.
Isn't that
Oh,
when
it
they
probably went
said
to
that
Fred Goldman.
Fred
Goldman's
Goldman
got
had to
it.
get it, and then
Yeah.
his book, "If I Did It" or "If
They put
How
if.
I Would Have Done It," or
If I did it.
"If I Did
If
It."
I
And
Did
the
It.
if was really small.
because Judith Regan, I think, was supposed to publish it, and then she was like, okay, I'm not going to anymore.
Yeah.
And so OJ retains the rights at that point. But because of the legal thing, the Goldmans actually retained the rights to it.
Yeah.
So then the Goldmans decided to publish it because it made him look like such an asshole.
And they made
And they
money
got the
from
money
it.
from it.
And then
yeah.
they changed the cover.
And then there
So
was the
the if
game
wasn't
show.
really little.
Juice was a game show host too.
Oh, was he?
Juiced.
Yeah, you
You've
got
been
called
You've been
juice.
juiced.
You got juiced.
Which is really kind of sick if you think
Is
about
that
it.
accurate? Did that
But,
really happen?
yeah.
It's the
Wait,
same
did he
thing
do
as-
it after?
Yeah, he did it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He did it in like the.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's
yeah,
when you're
where's
wearing a
the
white
show on
shirt and the
YouTube?
front of it becomes really red. That's how you've been
You
juiced.
got
Been juiced.
It was the same thing. It was the same concept as Punked.
Yeah.
Except OJ was the one pulling the pranks on people. He would be like at a drive-through restaurant.
Pretended to
or,
sell a
you know.
used white Bronco, it said.
Is there a clip from this? I would love to see a
I would,
little
too.
piece of juice.
Yeah, there's a sunglasses one I'm dying to see.
See, OJ, he pretended he was
Ew.
homeless and he was
Oh
selling
my God,
oranges because OJ. You see?
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
I get it. Yeah.
And then you'd go
Orange
up and
juice.
buy an orange, and he would slit your throat, and that was that was the prank. You've been juiced.
Oh, remember that?
Yeah, that was.
Did every prank end with him murdering
Yes, it did.
somebody?
Exactly right.
See that? I didn't.
That's a hell of a pitch.
Yes.
It's ahead of its time.
What happens? I cut their throat.
Yeah.
And then I murder them.
Right, like you order a milkshake at a drive-through, and then you get there, and
Yeah.
the juice is like, "Oh, I was wrong. We don't have milkshakes." And the guy's like, "What?" And then he almost beheads you.
Right.
He cuts you so hard.
And then he goes, "You've been juiced."
You've been juiced. And then there's like a
who's not gonna watch?
there's like a wacky transition.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he goes to the next prank.
Next prank.
Here it is.
All right,
It's
let's
so creepy.
see what he's
Yeah.
doing here.
OJ's dressed as like an old white man.
And he's got a
Putting
banana peel.
A banana peel on the floor.
Oh, he's
This is
good
some
natured.
serious hijinks.
No. I just said go ahead and just sell everything. I don't understand why they want to sell.
Whoa!
And the guy
And
slipped
then
and
oh
fell.
wait, and then
This is a Jimmy Kimmel skit. This is
did he stab him? Oh, it's
Yeah,
a Kimmel bit.
that's a Kimmel bit.
That is, I was really shocked for a moment there.
I think the guy slipped on the banana peel looked
Did
phony.
he just do that?
Yeah, no, this is the actual juice.
This is the actual juice at a drive-through.
Troy fell for the fake news that the MSM presents again.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
OJ honestly just thought he'd go right back to his life
Well, he wanted to be fake. Yeah,
as, you know.
because he's a
game
lovable,
show.
famous guy.
Yeah. Oh, he's rapping.
Titties.
Oh.
What's going on? There's bare-breasted ladies there.
Well, if there's anything that OJ should be associated more with, it's white blonde women.
Right, they all look like Nicole.
Jesus, man.
It's gonna make people feel comfortable.
Good song.
The director's like, can we use any other word to stop filming? What's the word? We need another word. All right, and cease filming.
Holy shit, that was...
OJ, cut. You got it, boss.
No, OJ.
Oh, he did it again.
All right, so is he running a
I'm stunned.
drive-through?
I'm genuinely stunned by
I
that.
gotta
didn't see any of
meet
this
the
stuff before.
restaurant manager that allowed him to be a fake drive-through guy.
Yeah.
French fries, You sure you want those large fries? You know what they're saying about fast food making you fat.
This is hilarious.
It is. That is pretty funny because she's a big fat person.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is she a great big fat person?
Wait a minute.
Can you hear me now? I
bought this place from a Lippman. So
She leans in. She leans in real close, and then the blade just pops right out of the speaker and just kills her dead.
Oh, damn.
you,
Trying to
lady.
pick up on OJ.
Yeah.
The juice still got it.
Mystery bag number one.
Like
no.
the bag I handed off to Robert Kardashian with the knife in it. That was mystery bag number 2.
The mystery bag has my ex-wife entrails in it.
It's got 2 blonde hairs and a colon in it. Here you go.
Who produced this show? Like, how did this actually happen? I don't understand.
I don't think it ever made it to television.
Oh, he's taking a drink.
He took a sip.
The guy goes, what the fuck?
What are you going to do? Test it for DNA?
Oh, look, it's LAPD. Let me spit in it. Juice is eating their food.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger.
He's ripping off SNL.
You're looking good. In any event, I hope you ain't gonna order too much food because you don't want to lose that beautiful figure you got.
It's just...
Can you believe?
My idea is I work at a fast food place and call women fat.
I sexually harass women.
I love this.
But OJ, what if they get mad at you? I'll kill them.
Could we,
Yeah.
Juice, could we wrap this up?
Juice.
Get out of the window.
Yeah. Falls in love with
She's
the deaf
pitching
guy.
him a screenplay? What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh my God. She's saying it's
get it?
about a deaf guy, and he's going, what?
What?
Deaf?
What? You get it?
What? No, he thought she said dead. And got a heart on. This is terrible.
It really is bad.
Very, very bad.
It's not entertaining at all.
That's the problem.
45 minutes long.
Yeah, we can't hear it.
This is actually more unentertaining than it is distasteful.
The only thing that works with OJ doing something like this is if he comes around a corner covered in blood with a knife and goes, I can't believe this happening. You got to help me.
Right.
And see if the guy helps him hide the knife and everything.
It's literally the only thing anybody watching this is thinking about.
would want to see. Yes. As you watch this, you're like, this guy murdered a couple of people.
Oh, wait. He killed his wife. He definitely killed his wife. I think he did.
That was
I really definitely think he
2006.
did. Yeah, this was before he held up the guy because he thought he was going to get his stuff back.
Yeah.
Right. Where's my Heisman trophy?
His OJ paraphernalia.
He thought he was going to get it, and then he found out, and then he didn't even get that back. The guy didn't have it.
I'm like, dude, just sign another football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Even
what?
though I was on OJ's side, but that one I was still happy he went to jail.
They, you think they...
What do you mean? You think he was in the right on that?
The memorabilia one? Yeah, I do.
You think that was a little payback?
Of course.
A little bit, right?
Mr. Simpson, when are you going to learn? You're just a guest here.
I got to kick a kike's ass. Doesn't work, does it?
Las Vegas. Yeah. You're just a guest here.
Yeah.
Oh, OJ. It's just
Yeah.
misunderstood at the end of the day.
Maybe he can, they brought you back. Maybe they can bring the juice back.
What'd you do in the 5 years that you ago?
Did you kill anyone?
I had this reality show about working at a drive-through.
Oh, okay.
That sounds very
People
entertaining.
would pull up, and I'd be like, "But you're already fat.
Oh, wow.
Why do you want these French
God, I would
fries?"
love
So
to
you
do that for a
fat
show.
shame and
I would leave this in a minute. They said you could just work at a drive-thru and talk about people's body shapes. That's all I would do.
Don't get the cheese. It'll make you even fatter.
fat. Oh,
I
I'll
was
have
just
a
doing
burger.
stand-up the whole time, really. Just doing stand-up shows and, pitching shows. And I had a couple of pilots, shit that didn't go anywhere.
Did you pitch shows that were a little too close to Cash Cab?
Yeah.
Yeah, cash
they
helicopter.
just were. They were cash cab.
They were.
No.
Yeah.
No, but everybody wanted me to, host the next kind of game show in a weird place.
yeah.
So it was like, we're going to do one in an elevator. We're gonna, somebody had one in a public bathroom,
Oh, well.
which I thought was actually a pretty good idea.
Sure, you talk through a hole
Not a
between the
good
stall
show.
doors?
Yeah.
I just peeked through
You
the
know a
glory
good
hole.
cameraman you could hire for that.
Hey, tonight on Discovery, it's...
Doing a lot of stand-up, which I should plug my dates at Caroline's.
Caroline's, nice.
December 14 to 16, weekend after next.
It's a lovely club.
It's a wonderful place.
Yeah.
I haven't been there in ages, man.
Yeah.
At least a couple of years, yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Just hasn't happened. But yeah, I'll be back there 14th through the 16th, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Come check those out if you can, guys. I just slurred at the end of that.
Come see me, you sons of bitches.
You had a mini stroke halfway through your plug.
But I'll still be able to do the shows.
Yes.
Do you want to?
He does all the cash cab material. Go see him at Caroline's.
Yeah. And the fun part is at the end of the show, he does ask trivia questions, and you can win money. So
Absolutely.
go expecting that.
You guys might be on camera.
Oh, man.
You never
Could
know.
you imagine?
Hey.
All right, everybody, here we go.
Plus, he'll give somebody a ride home in the cash cab. So just one lucky.
You know, it would be really good if you got up and set up 4 chairs on the stage sideways and had people behind you, and you made like you were driving and do a live version.
That's really
on
that's a
the
great idea.
stage.
And then had Jack Torrance walking with an axe.
It would be funny if I did that and then I just left and left them sitting there.
4 chairs.
Yes.
During the check
Come on
spot.
up. I'm going to need some volunteers
just
who wants
walk-
to play catch.
And they could just
and then I
walk
just
away.
leave them
How
sitting there.
long would they just be sitting there waiting for something?
I think for a pretty long
I
time.
thought I was the cash cab.
That's the greatest closing to a show I've ever heard.
That's
Just
great.
four people.
I need
sitting
4
on
people
the
to come up here and sit. And then you go, all right, hold on 1 second. All right. And then you just walk off.
And I leave,
and you
and
go
that's it.
home.
You leave.
And that's the end of the show.
I did that early on in stand-up. You remember the old Boston, Jimmy, how weeknights it could be pretty rough.
Sure.
You might have 6 or 8 people in there.
Terrible.
I was on in there one night. It's like 1 a.m. And there's this British woman in the crowd. And I'm just bombing. And she's like doing commentary on how badly I'm bombing. She's like,
Christ.
"You're terrible. I could do it better." She keeps saying, "I could do it better than you." Finally, I go, "Okay, come on up here." And she comes up, and I hand her the mic, and then I left and went to the cellar. I literally just walked right out the door and left her on the
Good
stage.
for you. Hope she killed. It was Gina Yashiri. She was a comic. Destroyed. We got to wrap in 30 seconds.
Wow.
Oh, shit, we only took 1 break.
Yes, we did.
Wow.
Anthony,
right
Yes,
it's Compound Media.
Compoundmedia.com, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time, the Artie and Anthony Show. Yes.
And Anthony will be on Chip tonight, and the new Chip podcast is up. Catch Cash Cab. It's Mondays at 10 and 10:30, but I'm sure they're going to rerun it.
Yep.
And support that. I'm happy for you that it's back.
Thanks, buddy.
I'm going to be in Chicago this Friday night at Thalia Hall. And Sam?
The wrestling podcast comes out Thursday, and the YouTube show is at YouTube/NotSam.
Cool.
Awesome.
And come back.
Caroline's 14th to 16th.
I will. I love being here.
Whenever you want.
Fun.
And I'll be on your show next week.
Cool.
That was good fun.
All right,
Good
guys.
fun, guys.
Goodbye.